Hi Virgo, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. And yes, it's that time of month again. We're going to be doing the monthly readings. So looking ahead at October, seeing what is in store for your month. Okay, please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. It really does help the channel grow. So thank you so much. This week we have the Yin Yang Oracle. The lenormand deck we have the Kawaii lenormand this week, as well as the Twin Flames love notes. Okay, but starting us off this month, we do have a guide for the advanced soul, a book of insights. So we are going to get you a monthly overview quote. See what's going on for you in October, Virgo. Virgo, October for Virgo. My life is a performance for which I was never given any chance to rehearse. Okay, that's by Ashley Brilliant from Potshots number 1318. My life is a performance for which I was never given any chance to rehearse. So, putting on a show this month, Virgo. There's something deeper there. This is actually the first time I'm going to do this month. I want to clarify that that insight for you here. Clarify that quotation for Virgo, please. My life is a performance for which I was never given any chance to rehearse. I'm picking up so of course you're going to make mistakes. Oh, goodness. And of course, you're not going to know when characters are leaving. I have the mice, the garden, and the ring. Okay, so it does show me straight away with the mice energy here that there's certain things that stress you out. I feel like for a lot of you, Virgo, it's the idea of things stressing you out, the idea of losing things that kind of stresses you out here. The mice does talk a lot about the past as well, and past things that you've lost in the past. With the garden, it's like the garden is social energy. So we're looking at social relationships. So and the mice can also be like things that eat away at you, or like are taken from you, stolen from you. So for some of you, this is like there's something about saving face in the public eye. Something about like stressed out, and it's kind of eating away at you that you may have lost public face, or because I'm kind of getting like with that quotation, my life is a performance for which I was never given any chance to rehearse. There's like a million things that could go wrong. If that was a literal scenario and you were in a play and you're up on stage and you were never given a chance to rehearse, you were just like, here's your lines, roll with it. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what characters are destined to leave the story or become long-term characters in the story. You don't know, what happens if, you fall over on stage, and, I'm picking up this energy of you like falling over on stage and then like having to pick yourself back up. And it's like, the whole audience has seen me fall, and the whole audience is watching me mess up my lines and be like shocked at something in the plot that's happened that I wasn't aware of happening. Um, and I'm just as shocked as the audience at all these plot twists. So it's kind of it's I feel like for a lot of you this has got to do with saving face in the public eye. Maybe it's your relationship with that, because your life is a performance, and then seeing the garden there, it's giving me this energy of like the masking energy, like the front that you put on when you're out in public to act like I'm happy all the time and act like everything is okay. And what happens if someone sees through that mask? What happens when that mask slips because something happens that I wasn't expecting? Then how will the audience react to me? What will my reviews be like? I'm not sure why that message is coming through that way, Virgo. But we'll move on and have a look at the rest of, like, have a look at the month as a whole, because I feel like this may become clearer as we have a look at these other cards that come out for you. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, what's going on for Virgo in October? Start, middle, and end of October for our Virgos, please. I'm definitely seeing things reflecting that message. The bottom of the deck, the hidden truth we're seeing for you this month is the clarity card. Okay, so your third eye chakra, clarity, being able to see things differently, being able to see through your own mask a little bit and understand why you've put this mask on a little bit here. The start of the month, we do see transcendence and unity coming into play with cycles and completion. Okay, change happening for you this month. Sort of really, really gaining that clarity. Transcendence and clarity are very similar energies. It's like coming into, a lot, being able to see yourself a lot clearer and coming into a more unified version of yourself here, Virgo, where you do start to see the patterns, the cycles that you've been in, and wanting to, change those and complete those things that are no longer working for you and move forward in a much better way. Rather than being the start of October, I do feel as though this is like the purpose of October for you is to achieve transcendence and clarity within your own self here, within the patterns and cycles that you've kind of, been in your lifetime, so that, by the time October completes, that all of a sudden, now I know what the plot is of this whole drama that I'm enacting, is kind of what I'm getting, that the performance, once October completes, all of a sudden, now I know the performance. Now I've at least had one run through. So next time I'm faced with this, I can at least know what, the script, and I can know what characters to pay attention to, and what events are going to be occurring in this pattern. So you being able to start to, this is like the rehearsal of this. My life is a performance for which I have no, I've never had any chance to rehearse. October kind of is your chance to rehearse a certain pattern or cycle in your life, so that, by the end of October, you will know, you will see the truth of that pattern, and you'll be able to come into unity with your whole self here, and in order to change that pattern in the future. Okay, the middle of October here, we have limitations and fears. Okay, so this is going to be an important thing you're changing this month is the things holding you back, the things that you're afraid of, the things that are limiting you, to, oh, I don't know what to do here. I've never dealt with this before, that kind of thing. Change, courage, facing those things with courage and knowing that I can change those things at any given time. Even if I'm scared of something, I can have the courage to do it anyway. I can have the courage to get up there on that stage and enact that performance to the best of my ability, even though I'm scared and I'm limited by the fact that I haven't had a chance to rehearse here. I do have limitations on me, but do you know what? I have the courage to face that anyway and give it a good old try. Okay. The end of October, we do see toxicity and bound with patterns coming through again, cycles, patterns coming through again. So this is where you're really, I feel like for a lot of you, you're really starting to change those toxic patterns, see those clearly so that you can see exactly how you have been held up in a certain pattern, a certain cycle in your life and gain that transcendence to remove that, to, break those chains, especially here too with truth and expression. Once again, clarity, there's that performance. Here at the end of October, we're seeing the truth of your expression, the truth of that performance and how that is, coming full circle for you. Everything coming full circle for you this month, Virgo. So it's a pretty straightforward message, but I do just want to sort of clarify a few things here and see, is there something specific that this is affecting for Virgo during October? It does feel like it's a very whole of October message rather than, even though I did try to sort of split it, start, middle, and end. It does feel like this entirety of October is all about this for you here, leading you to clarity and truth, being able to express yourself and give the performance of a lifetime. Definitely seeing a lot of movement. Definitely seeing a lot of movement. It's not really wanting to tell me specifically what exactly this is about. The closest I can sort of tell you is the first card we have is the fox. So, what this is about for you, the limitations, the fears, for you here, Virgo. It's got to do with the way you do things just to survive this life rather than doing things from the heart. The fox is very logical, rational, intelligent, clever, thinks of itself first, does things just because they need to be done, and says things because they need to be said. It's the one that doesn't sell itself short. It's very salesman, logical, rational, trying to get the best deal out of life. Whereas I feel like it's kind of advising you that kind of needs to change, that you're needing to approach life in a little bit more of a unified expression full way, which is, based more within your heart space and coming more from emotions and expressing your true self rather than expressing this beautiful manicured crafty little image of yourself. This is the facade that you've put on in regard to yourself. This is the performance that you've been putting on, that look, I'm well held together, I've got my shit in order, I do what needs to be done, I say what needs to be said to get what I need in this life. I'm very smart, I'm very clever about the way that I do things. Whereas, the change that would entail would be to get out of the logical mind stuff and move down into the heart space and just do things because that's a true expression of myself, breaking free from this pattern of I have to be this certain way, I have to present this version of myself. No, you don't have to present that version of yourself. You're free to truly express the truth of yourself. It's we have the rider there, we have the birds, Okay, we also have the ship. So they all sort of have a lot of movement with those. So relatively straightforward. The horse moving forward, making these changes quickly as you need to, coming forth with good news. I can try things a different way. Good news. I'm going to, have these big, deep, and meaningful conversations with myself about how I can, complete these cycles and move in a more truthful, free expression of myself. Okay, jumping on that ship and setting sail into brand new waters, uncharted waters for myself here. Trying things in new ways for myself, ready to set sail onto the next adventure. I may fall off that horse, but you know what? I'm going to get back up and try again. I'm going to get back up and try again, so I can, get things moving and changing. I'm not happy with the way that this very rigid energy has been leaving my life. It's been creating this toxic bound to one spot kind of energy, bound to this cycle. It's time for me to change that. The way to change that is to have the courage to face my fears and, jump on that boat. Even if I don't know where it's going, I'm going to start moving and just, jump on that horse and head off into the sunset, have those big, deep, and meaningful conversations with myself in the meantime. Okay, but we'll have a look at love and romance and see if there's anything coming through specifically for love and romance for you as well, Virgo. Virgo, what's going on for Virgo in October with love and romance? I am picking up a lot of hope, and that this is going to be the month itself, Virgo. I'm kind of picking up it. You may feel like this month is just, it's just another month. It's pretty, it is what it is. It's kind of nothing exciting happening. But it's all this energy that's going on behind the surface. And it's really the energy of change for you. And it's that completing these cycles is, after October, it's like a brand new version of you, Virgo. It's actually quite beautiful. I'm really feeling this. It's like a chance for a total rebirth into the way that you approach the world and yourself. October itself may not feel like there's much going on, but it's all kind of going on under the surface and in the energy for you here this month. And after October, I feel like you're going to feel like a brand new person. And it's going to be that transcendence, that unity of self. You're going to understand. You're going to be able to see things more clearly at the end of October and know exactly who you are and where you're going here, and allowing yourself to show your truth to the world, to your loved ones, okay, to yourself. Love and romance for Virgo in October, please. It's not actually giving me a specific love and romance or a person connected to you in love and romance. What it is it's giving me whatever you believe in, Virgo, whether it's God, the universe, spirit, your guardian angels, whatever that is for you personally. That's what's coming through here, and that's who this message is from. Okay, I need some more time before I come to you. So that's actually you, Virgo. You taking the time you need to, process this energy that you have on you at the moment, processing this cycle completion. Don't pressure me. Don't pressure me, says Virgo. So it's a pressure cooker month where things are just happening in the end. Ending those negative cycles and moving forwards. But then you are the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, you are the light at the end of my tunnel. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel here, Virgo, that you will come to completion. You will come to transcendence and unity. Okay, so it's just sort of reiterating what we've already seen for you this month. But that's what we have for you this month. More than welcome to check out your other placements, of course. Subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon.